A sleek electric sedan with up to 545 kilometers of claimed range, 215 horsepower, and a starting price equivalent to around $17,000 in China, the 2027 BYD Qin L EV could be one of the most aggressive value plays in the EV market, and it puts much more expensive electric sedans like the BMW i4 under serious pressure. Hello, welcome to RZN Auto Channel. Today, we're taking a closer look at the 2027 BYD Qin L EV, from its sharp exterior design and modern cabin to the electric powertrain and the technology that could make this sedan such a serious value proposition. Starting at the front, the Qin L EV presents a clean and futuristic interpretation of the modern electric sedan. Because there's no traditional combustion engine requiring a large grille, the front fascia can focus on aerodynamic efficiency and visual simplicity. The slim LED headlights create a sharp lighting signature, stretching outward from the center of the vehicle and giving the car a wider appearance. Between the headlights is a smooth, mostly closed front section, while the lower bumper incorporates carefully shaped air channels and black detailing. The hood itself is relatively long and smooth, with subtle character lines that flow toward the windshield. Overall, the front end looks modern without becoming overly complicated, giving the Qin L EV the kind of premium appearance that could easily make people think this car costs considerably more than its target price. Moving around to the side, the Qin L EV takes on a sleek aerodynamic sedan profile. The roofline flows smoothly toward the rear, creating a sporty, fastback-inspired silhouette while still maintaining useful passenger space. The flush-style door handles help reduce visual clutter and contribute to the car's clean appearance. The side mirrors are finished in a contrasting darker color, while the windows and pillars create a sleek glasshouse effect. Large alloy wheels give the sedan a more athletic stance, and the sculpted lower doors add some visual muscle to what is otherwise a very smooth body. The proportions are especially important here because BYD is trying to create a car that looks sophisticated rather than simply inexpensive. From the side, the Qin L EV has the presence of a much more expensive electric sedan. At the rear, the design continues the streamlined theme. A full-width LED light signature gives the car a recognizable appearance at night, with the lighting elements extending across the trunk area and visually emphasizing the width of the vehicle. The BYD branding sits prominently in the center, while the rear bumper uses dark contrasting elements to add some sportiness. The trunk area appears neatly integrated into the overall body, and the gently sloping roof help improve the aerodynamic shape. There are no unnecessary exhaust outlets, of course, reinforcing the fact that this is a fully electric vehicle. The result is a rear design that looks clean, modern, and more expensive than you might expect from a sedan positioned around the $17,000 equivalent price point in China. Step inside, and this is where the Qin L EV could become even more impressive. The cabin is expected to follow BYD's modern design philosophy, with a clean dashboard, a digital driver display, and a large central touchscreen serving as the main technology hub. Rather than covering the dashboard with dozens of physical buttons, the interior focuses on a minimalist layout, with controls concentrated around the steering wheel and central display. Smartphone connectivity, navigation, voice commands, multiple USB charging ports, and advanced connectivity features could make the cabin feel highly competitive with more expensive EVs. A panoramic-style glass roof could also help make the interior feel brighter and more spacious, while comfortable front seats and generous rear seat space would make the Qin L EV practical not only for commuting, but also for longer journeys. And then there's the technology. One of the biggest advantages of a modern BYD is the amount of equipment that can potentially be offered for the money. Depending on the final market and trim level, buyers could expect features such as a 360-degree camera, adaptive cruise control, lane-keeping assistance, automatic emergency braking, parking assistance, and a collection of intelligent driver support systems. The goal is simple: give buyers the feeling that they are driving a technologically advanced EV without forcing them into a luxury car price bracket. Now let's talk about the powertrain. The 2027 BYD Qin L EV is presented with around 215 horsepower, giving it enough performance for everyday driving while keeping efficiency as a major priority. Unlike a gasoline engine, the electric motor delivers its torque almost immediately, making acceleration feel smooth and responsive from a standstill. The real headline, however, is the claimed range of up to 545 kilometers, depending on configuration and testing standard. That number could make the Qin L EV particularly attractive to drivers who worry about charging frequency. For daily commuting, a large portion of that range could translate into several days of normal driving before needing to recharge. And this is where the price becomes extremely interesting. If the Qin L EV can genuinely start at an equivalent of around $17,000 in China, it creates an enormous gap between itself and premium electric sedans like the BMW i4. Of course, pricing varies dramatically between countries because of taxes, tariffs, regulations, distribution costs, and equipment levels, so that Chinese equivalent price should not automatically be expected in the United States or other international markets. But even as a value benchmark, it shows how aggressively BYD is approaching the affordable EV segment. So the 2027 BYD Qin L EV could represent something bigger than just another electric sedan. It combines an attractive design, claimed long-range capability, useful performance, modern technology, and a potentially extremely competitive price. The BMW i4 may offer a different level of luxury, refinement, and brand prestige, but the Qin L EV doesn't necessarily need to beat it in every category. If it can deliver most of the everyday EV experience at a fraction of the price, that alone could make it a very serious competitor in the global automotive market. So what do you think about the 2027 BYD Qin L EV? Would you consider a lower-priced BYD with long range and modern technology instead of spending much more on a premium electric sedan like the BMW i4? Let me know your opinion in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to RZN Auto Channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next car review.